Alright, so for this tutorial, we're going to stabilize your footage, green screen, and also use RotoBrush in order to do this. So there's a lot of processing, and it's going to be a lot of rendering, but you should be able to do it just fine. We're going to start by making a new composition, and this is After Effects, okay? Make sure you're doing After Effects. So new composition, and this doesn't matter so much because we're going to make a different size anyway. So click OK of whatever it is. Now we're going to go get our footage. I'm going to pause here, but you're going to do File, Import, File, and then you're going to search for your footage for the green screen footage. Alright, for your groups, each one of you is going to select one of these clips, or maybe two of these clips to do. You have 11 total green screen clips, and you're going to have to do kind of the same process to each one of them. So we're going to make sure we divide up the work, and then you kind of post all the results into a shared folder so that you don't have to do 11 green screens and rotoscopes and stuff like that. Alright, so I've selected green screen 1. I'm going to click open there. Okay, here it is. Right click, new comp from selection. I'm going to use the wheel to kind of zoom out here. Alright, so this shot is actually pretty good. The green screen is in the whole area, but I'm still going to do, I'm going to track it. I'm going to use key light, and probably I might have to do some other stuff to it as well. Okay, so tracking it, that's where we will start. Okay, I'm going to go to Window. I'm going to go to Tracker, and we're going to go to Track Motion, and we're going to set 1 point. Now on this, when we're tracking points, we want to find something that's an easy point that stays in view the whole time. So we'll just kind of scan through here and see what stays in view the whole time. Okay, so it's pretty good. I'm going to take this one, and right here, this point right on the corner there, and it doesn't move real much, so you can pull this in a bit. If it moves a lot, you're going to have to make these boxes bigger. And I'm going to set another one for up here. And let's see, we're going to go to where it says transform. That's what we want. Motion source, that's good. And we also want to do rotation here. So I'm going to check that box, and it gives us a second track point to do. And I'm going to set this one right there, kind of in the upper corner here. Like that. Yep. So right in that area. Right there. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so now I can track my points. Oh, I went backwards in time. I want to start from the beginning of the film, so I'm going to set my points at the beginning of the film. Okay. Again, it's right there. And that edge between the ceiling and the rubber part. Okay. Now, we're going to track forward. So, I'm going to click on the Analyze the Play function, and it's going to track those points as it plays forward. If it gets off, you're going to have to stop and then manually adjust that, and then maybe step forward each frame. Now hopefully it's still enough footage that you can track it without a problem. Okay, I'm going to pause it and let it track. It's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes to do that. Alright, so I'm only going to do a short portion of this to give you an idea, because it's going to take a while for it to track all the points through the whole video. Okay, and this is something that you're going to want to do first. Make sure you shorten the clip to only what you need. If you only need 4 seconds of the clip, only do 4 seconds of the clip. Don't do more. It takes a lot longer. Okay, Now we need to take all those keyframes, those position keyframes, and apply them to a null object. Okay, so we go to Layer, New, Null Object, and down in the tracker controls here, we're going to go to Edit Target. We're going to go to Layer, Null 1, and click OK. Okay. Now my screen is a little crunched, so I set current tracker, motion source, track type transform, these two checkboxes, edit target. We want that to be null 1, and then we're going to apply that to the target. And click OK. And what this is going to do is you see all the keyframes down here for position and rotation, that's applied to the null object. So now we can make everything, any sort of background thing that we have in there, move along with the car and be, look right. Okay, now we need to cut out the background. We're going to use Keylight, and if we can get the whole thing with Keylight, that's awesome. Chances are we might also need to use Roto Brush. Okay, so type in Keylight. We're going to drag this onto Green Screen Movie. Screen color, take the eyedropper, get a nice medium green here. That's pretty good, but we got some stuff inside the car, so I'm going to adjust the screen gain until it's kind of all black there. Screen balance, like that. Okay, we still have a lot of artifacts here. I'm going to change final result to status, so it gives us kind of like a black and white look. And now we're going to go to Screen Matte and increase some of these things. And if we can get it so all of the green okay, so clip, roll back, clip black, no, clip white, shrink and grow. What we're trying to get is a perfect key in each of these window areas. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's going our way. If I take a look at the final result here, we still have a lot of artifacts and stuff. So it looks like we're going to have to go a different route, and we're going to delete this. We're going to have to do the Roto Brush. So I double click on green screen, okay, and I go up to Roto Brush here, and I'm holding down the Alt button and painting in the green area. Let's paint this, hold Alt, and we want the stuff in the car to be circled with purple. So we want that purple line to go right around the green screen areas only. Okay, this is pretty good. So these window parts are looking like that. Down in here, we're going to click and drag this so it does a whole clip. And we're going to push play. On the preview, and it's going to, you're going to see it load in green here. Okay, and it looks like our screening is doing a good job. Okay, the matte is going in the right places here. Okay, oh, at the beginning here. This needs to be colored in because that's part of it. So we're going to start it again. This is looking pretty good. And it's loading up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit freeze this button over here. What that's going to do is that's going to solidify the cutouts here. I'm going to go back to the composition here. Right now we're in layer green screen. We're going to go back to composition. You can see it's all cut out in black. I'm going to increase the smooth here for the roto brush and the feather. This is the effect controls palette here. That's just going to make it smoother in the background. Now we need to put the footage behind here of driving down the street. So right click import, or you can go to file, import, and file, and you'll find the correct footage. For my purposes, I'm just going to put in just a random picture. So I'm going to go to find a random picture in here. Here we go, beach. Okay. I'm going to take beach, I'm going to put it under the green screen movie, size it up to the right size, like that. And now I'm going to parent beach to the null object so that it stays in the same rotation, kind of follows the camera here. So I'm going to take this pick whip, this spiral here, and go to null. If you can't see these, you might have to click toggle switches and modes. Okay, so I'm going to pick whip that there. And so now you'll see the screen kind of shake and move with the car. That would be the same with your footage. It's going to do the same amount. If I turn this off, it's going to look weird. See how it looks like it's floating in front there? So that's why we do that parent to the null. Okay? Once you have your footage back there, this is good to go, and you need to export. So, composition, add the render queue, and we're going to select the lossless, and do H.264. If you need the audio put, click on that. Click on green screen 1, or the name of your footage. Put it on the desktop. Title the footage something, save it, and then render. And that's how you process your green screen footage.